Okay, live here with Senator Jack Reed making an announcement here at TF Green, getting more security funding from the federal government. Senator, talk with us a little bit about politics. There's been some strife within the Democratic Party. Senator Dianne Feinstein urging Pelosi to get those articles of impeachment over. Talk with us a little bit about that rift, if you will, amongst the Democrats to see when those articles are going to be sent to the Senate and why there's been the delay.
Well, we've been waiting for a statement by Leader McConnell as to precisely how he intends to conduct the trial. I think, and the American people think, that there should be witnesses and there should be evidence documents that we don't have access to. Senator McConnell has been unwilling to say what he would do ultimately. He said, let's get started. I think Speaker Pelosi rightfully has said, well, let's have the format in place so I can pick managers and we can be prepared to have a speedy and effective trial. So I anticipate that shortly the papers will come over from the House of Representatives and we'll begin.
And so what do you think, again, of the urging of the Senate Democrats for Pelosi to take action? You talk about, obviously, being in McConnell's court, but amongst the party?
Well, I think the party, we look at this as a constitutional responsibility. I was there in the 90s when the second impeachment in the history of the United States of a president was undertaken, and that was a much different process. There was much more bipartisan collaboration. The rules, the witnesses, the evidence had already been accumulated, and so we were able to begin and do so in a very, very thoughtful and professional way. One of the interesting things is that not only is the president on trial, but the Senate's on trial. And the American people are going to judge us, and I think their criteria will be, did they listen to all the facts? Did they get all the pertinent information? Did they weigh them carefully? And did they explain carefully how they reached their conclusion? And we can't do that without witnesses and without facts.
Okay, looking towards 2020, and now that we're in it, of course, adding 145,000 jobs today, obviously the stock market above 29,000. With the economy being where it's at, how do Democrats make the case for the Oval Office in 2020?
Well, I think the case can and will be made that there are critical issues that are affecting every family in this country. Healthcare is one. And this administration is consciously trying to take apart the healthcare system of the United States. They tried to legislatively eliminate the Affordable Care Act. Now they're in court supporting Republican attorney generals to take it apart. If that's done, then literally thousands and thousands of families in this state will be in a terrible situation. They have children with existing conditions. They have existing preconditions. They'll never get insurance. So that's one issue. We've got a whole issue about affordable housing. It's very difficult for families to buy houses. And then we have the issue of education. We know it's going to power the future, but it's getting so expensive. So you can look, and you should look at an economy that's producing jobs, et cetera, but there are significant factors affecting families, middle-class families. And in fact, I would argue that the biggest beneficiaries of this economy are not working class families, but they're very, very wealthy Americans.
Okay, Senator, thanks for your time.